I spent decades trapped in a cycle of emotional eating, trying every solution out there, but what finally freed me was something I've never expected. I already knew that I was in trouble when I came to this alternative doctor, but I wasn't ready to hear what she was going to say. She looked at me like a misbehaving child and said, "Your organs look like they're 20 years older than your actual age." Everything sank in me. My arms were numb. I felt like I was falling into a deep hole. I thought that keto diet was this magical answer that will finally resolve my health and weight issues. I felt fooled and betrayed, and just silly to follow this diet for a whole year. The same week I went to a conventional doctor to find out which infection was bothering my kidneys. She diagnosed me with chronic systematic infection that required antibiotics. For a minute I had hope that maybe an antibiotic will help. I bought it, came home, but before taking it, I decided to research. What I found gave me chills. This infection was half bacteria, half virus, and it was impossible to get rid of it with antibiotics. And if I don't take care of it, my chances to have healthy children ever are extremely slim. But I was only 30 and there was no way I was giving up. I believed in power of natural healing and I started looking for answers. That's when I found livingfoods.com. Thank you, John Kohler, for creating this website. This information changed my life in the most powerful way ever. The idea of eating fresh fruits and veggies resonated with me so much that I immediately got up and went to the store to look for something fresh. But at that time, I was living in a small Estonian village, and in the early March, in the store there was only some cabbage and some old carrots. I made myself a salad, and the next morning I walked 5 kilometers to get my first sweet fruit in over a year. This first bite of apple made me cry with joy. I felt this rush of vibrating energy filling up my cells. I felt so alive and I knew this was it. In just 1 week, my kidneys felt so much lighter. It was like a boulder fell out of there and I felt this rush of beautiful, warm energy filling them up. I could finally energize my body with all these beautiful, healthy carbs, and I started getting slimmer without even trying. But then, a few months later, I started slipping into denser, heavier raw foods. And I couldn't really see back then why I have to numb myself every time I do my work. It took me decades to understand. My heart was longing to learn everything about nutrition and psychology, to help myself and to help others. That was my true passion, and I was suppressing it every day because that's what I thought that I have to do to be able to make money. One day I stepped on a scale and I saw the number creeping back in. My chest tightened and the wave of despair washed over me. I looked into a mirror and I saw this same insecure Rennie. I realized that my emotional eating wasn't about the food at all. It was about my emotions, but I couldn't see exactly where it's coming from and especially what to do about it. I kept reading book after book, digging into research, trying to find a perfect diet and a perfect system for emotional healing, and still something was missing. The breakthrough moment happened when I got pregnant. I naturally lost my appetite in the first trimester, and I realized that I need to nourish not only myself but my little baby. I finally stopped fighting, and then I had this space where I can look at everything with a fresh look, and I realized that the reason I was numbing myself was because I was pushing myself to do something that I didn't want to do. And even more painful was this constant suppression of my desire to do something that I'm so passionate about. I completely switched the intention around food from trying to use it to calm myself down. Food became nourishment for me. Instead of trying to restrict myself, I realized how important for me to eat enough. And these two things together, when I stopped suppressing my desire to do certain work, and on the other hand, instead of being afraid to eat, I encouraged myself to eat. And when I started encouraging myself to eat, paradoxically, this insatiable appetite just dropped and dissolved. Some part of me always knew that when I stopped worrying so much about the weight and I stopped suppressing myself, then my body will naturally want to eat exact amount that it needs to stay slim and healthy. I just didn't know how to get there. And it took me decades to get to this place after researching and reading book after book, attending course after course and enrolling in all these online programs to finally get to this place where I really feel this food freedom. The freedom from emotional eating and freedom to nourish myself in the best way possible. And now I'm beyond blessed to be able to guide others on this beautiful path to liberation. At our retreat, I had immense joy watching Tracy transform, watching her letting go of the deepest limiting beliefs. I was in complete awe of her bravery, how she stepped out of her comfort zone and decided to question one of the deepest beliefs of her whole life. And to see her taking this heavy weight of this limiting belief, letting it go and dissolve, was beyond joyful for me. Do you want to share what are like the biggest, deepest beliefs that you were able to release?
How I see myself and my body and my weight issues, which I have had all my life. They were massive, massive things for me. It's as if roadblocks have just been taken out of the way.
This heavy belief that you are not worthy of love, did I understand it correctly?
Yes,
that's how it was?
Yes.
Yeah, because of excess weight. But where is it now? Did it? Do you feel like it dissolved, or what happened to it?
It's up there somewhere.
Evaporated.
Yeah, it's gone. You can have it. It's gone.
How does it feel?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
If you're caught in this cycle of conflicting diets and limiting beliefs and emotional pain, just know that you're not alone. There's so many other people out there, and I used to be one of them, and I still remember this feeling. I catch myself from time to time feeling a bit emotional and reaching out for a little snack, and then as soon as I notice myself doing it, I smile and I breathe deeply with my tummy and I put it down, and it's so liberating. And this is something that I would really love to give you to. And you don't need to spend decades looking for these answers and slowly change your thinking with willpower and huge effort. The truth is that we are already completely conscious, shiny, beautiful, unlimited beings. And all that is stopping us from remembering that is our limiting beliefs. As soon as you see your limiting beliefs for what they are and you let them go and dissolve, you will feel and start living your ultimate potential. And as soon as you start reconnecting to your true self, you will start noticing your body's natural signals to let you know when you're full, when to stop, which foods make your body thrive and which foods just suppress it or numb your emotions. At our Raw Vegan Retreat, we can guide you through proven emotional techniques and somatic exercises to break free from emotional challenges, unhealthy habits, and limiting beliefs that might be holding you back from the fit and healthy life that you deserve. And of course, we will also show you all the practical aspects of the holistic raw vegan lifestyle and how to nourish yourself fully while releasing excess weight and building muscle with raw vegan or high raw vegan lifestyle. If you're interested, simply check the link below and see if our retreat is the right answer for you. If you can't make it to our retreat this year, you can simply grab my free guide to overcoming emotional eating. The link is in the description below.